Go. Ladies and gentlemen, it don't happen often. It don't happen often. But oh my God, when it happens, it is electrifying. It don't happen often. But you can always call on the brother. And he's in the building right now. We got Boss Cowboy Sports, of course. And of course, you know who I am, big time. I got one of the GOATs with me, one of the greatest in the game today, the one and only Boss Cowboy Sports. And listen, what you need to do right now is go ahead and share it real quick. We won't be on long at all. I promise you that. But while we here, I'm telling you, it's going to be electrifying. I got Boss in the building. I got the big time show all together. People are coming in slowly but surely. Come on in, everybody. Come on in, everybody. Come on. I see the big Boss Cowboy channel showing up real quick, big time. Hey, Miss Regina, what's going on? Listen, we ain't got a lot of time. We're going to go ahead and talk. What up, boss?
Hey, what's going on?
Man, I miss you, brother, man. We finally squeezed it in. What's going on? We here to talk about, of course, real quick, the Dallas Cowboys, Pittsburgh Steelers matchup in real quick fashion. Come on, talk, boss. What we got? What you seeing right now through watching film? What do we want to talk about? Let's go with what we learned today. Let's talk about Mr. Cooks. Brandin Cooks going to be out with an infection in his body. It could be very serious. What's your feelings on it?
You know, it's turning out to be the year of the red shirts. So
yes,
where all young depth is getting tested. So, and that people have been calling for Flournoy. You getting ready to see it. So he made some splash in the preseason where he's won, I would say, a good proportion of the fans. And so Jerry and Steven, we know, are not going to go aggressive with free agents when they done declared that they're going to bet on these young guys. So, you know, Flournoy is getting ready to be put out there. You know, the chances of him being a natural, if we're being honest, are very slim to none.
Yeah.
Receiver is very much a confident position.
Yeah.
You know, the more confidence you gain from success, the more that you actually begin to make plays. Being thrown out there kind of to the wolves while everybody else was able to cut their teeth.
Yeah.
Just unlikely.
Yeah. I'm going to take it like this, boss. When I heard the news, first of all, praying for Brandin, because when you start talking about stuff like this, you don't know exactly, you know, the effect, how long, and you know, it's just bad timing. But I don't think you could have said it any better, boss. It's red shirt time. It is what it is. You want to say next man up, it's cool. But this is what I'm going to say, and I guess I'll stand in kind of an optimistic type, from an optimistic perspective. Don't be surprised if these hungry young dogs don't eat. That's all I'm going to say. Flo has looked very well in his time that he got practice time. He may be that spark that we may need, and you don't know, you know, when you catch somebody off guard a little bit, you ain't kind of game plan against somebody. You have, you know, your game plans against CD, but if you leave Flo open, forgive me for not calling his name, I'm just calling him Flo. I'm telling y'all, if you haven't watched him preseason, if you ain't been paying attention to balls, if you haven't been paying attention to Brian Broadus, all these guys, and even on my show, talking about these guys, these unknown hidden gems that we do have, do not be surprised, y'all, if something comes out that's for the good of us. So you've been talking about Brandin Cooks. I'm not talking about you, boss, but everybody. You may be saying, like, you know, Brandin ain't got it no more. Well, we about to find out who really got it and who really don't. So I wouldn't be surprised, boss, if something go ahead and crank up here. You just never know.
I'd be extremely surprised.
You would be.
Like, not just even a little bit surprised, like extremely surprised. Because, we losing a number 2, and now you're asking the 5th guy or 6th guy
To show up.
to show up and just be a natural in a legendary field like Pittsburgh. That's legendary, man. Like, that's, like, it's like that. This is way beyond crawling before your walk. This is a sprint. And so I'm not expecting a lot out of him. And I would want them, if they do anything with him, is to do some confident plays, like some bootlegs. Like, if you go get him the ball and start trying to build him up in this game.
Yeah. You trying to say, boss, that he don't even get a chance to go. He don't get a chance to spend time in kindergarten. You saying he going straight to college immediately?
Yeah, and the success rate for receivers just excelling out the gate like that.
Yeah,
it's just so slim. Like, and when it's like that, it's the ones you kind of know, like Tank Dell. Like, most of us guess. And like Tank Dell, he suffered from his 40 time when he ran a 4.49, but his tape was undeniable out of U of H.
Yeah,
he was running by beeper every, just period, and just his routes was phenomenal. So you can see it in a player like that with Flournoy. I saw some big boy Dez kind of catches in preseason. I saw some body control.
Yeah,
but it's one of those things to where now you're going against starters. I'm not expecting too much, but the only thing I would say is this, though. Somebody else might have to step up. This might be now more than likely a Jalen Tolbert.
Yeah.
Now his time, now he done got the big boy reps. Now it might be just, okay, now you got the big boy shoes.
Be a big boy.
Be a big boy. It's no more hiding you. It's no more hiding none of you. The best thing is this, though. In my opinion, big time.
Yeah.
This is the best game to have offensive injuries like this. Because, they don't put up a lot of points. Basically, if you put up 21 points on pitch, you go win the game.
Yeah, quickly. Yeah. No question about that. They're not as explosive, though.
No.
But I see what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you put up 21 points, you win. You can basically go win this game with Aubrey. Like, because you might go kick for kick with this dude. Like, so it's but
so let
we got a number 1 though.
Yeah, we got that. Let me ask you this question. So when we talking like this, and obviously we don't want to skip flow over Tolbert. So we already know that. But because of what's happening with Cooks, are you fearful of the play calling now? Even worse of Mike McCarthy? Because of the unknown. You know what I'm saying? Because of the unknown. We know what Tolbert can do, but we ain't seen him as a number 2. And then from everybody else, I'm saying Flo, I'm saying to everybody calling on him, well, let's not forget about Turpin as well. So is Turpin now elevated to number 3? And then we talk, or Brooks. Is Brooks number 3? And when I'm saying all this, is the unknown kind of making you less confident in the play calling of Mike McCarthy? We already shaking on him as it is in the first place. What do you think about that?
Well, it's an opportunity for him if he go ahead and receive his blessing, right? Because right now his hands are being tied to sit down in some green pasture. So he already said last year, actually 2022, because I just showed the video on it. He spoke with so much wisdom about the reason to commit to the running game and how it really helped your quarterback and it rested your defense. He talked about that it also, is not good for your offensive line to be put in a situation where they have to pass protect all day and putting them on their heels. But that's exactly what he's been doing. So the more weapons you lose, the more you might be forced to lean on what you should have been leaning on in the first place, and that's the run game. So it's a lot that could be pushing him in a direction that could actually just turn this offense up into a winning formula, like where we can just kind of grind out on teams. See, because we drafted guys, especially in that middle three, that should be getting decent push. If you would have been committing to the run game by now,
in the first place.
They would have been in rhythm going into game 5 easily. But you not having no real serious attempts. Like I wrote down the rushing attempts. Week 1, he had 25 rushing attempts with a blowout.
Yeah. See.
In week 2, we blown out, so we only had 21 rushing attempts. So we understand that you got to throw us back in the game. We had to pass. We get it. We're not gonna be unfair.
Yeah.
Week 3, you was in a battle. You was in a tough first half, but you only had 16 running plays.
Horrible.
Then in week 4, you only had 23, and you had that game under control. And you was way out of whack for first 3 quarters. You more so caught up on your rushing attempts in the fourth.
And it was a 1-score game, pretty much all the way through.
So it shows you that he's not in no kind of balance right now. He's doing everything that he said he was anti when Kellen Moore was the play caller. When Kellen Moore was the play caller, nobody could beat him in singing a song of 30 attempts. Now you begging him to try to get up to 27 and 28.
And it ain't happening. So let me ask you this then, since we're going that route. So what is satisfactory to you as far as how many rushing attempts you think we should be at during this game, considering all of the injury, considering that we kind of figured that the defense may be a bend but don't break defense this week. Hopefully a bend but don't break. At least that's what I'm thinking. What number are you looking for?
I mean, the same number that he said, 30.
I don't think that's in him, boss. Ain't no sense in me lying, man. He ain't.
But we got to put the pressure on him. We know what he is. He's Mike Moore, or he's Kelly McCarthy, however you want to say it. Like in terms of him being super pass happy, he is definitely not practiced what he preached against Kellen. Like all that, I don't want to run up the score. I just want to run a damn ball was a lie. You know, so it's just one of them things to where we got to really put that pressure on him to do what he said. Now he said it. So, you know, partially, you know, that's our job. So what I'm going to do, I already cut up the clips. I'm going to just post it everywhere, man, and just ask everybody to share the content. It's like, can you just follow what your play is, what your plan is? You called it a winning formula multiple times when it was working. When it was working under Cooper Rush, the 30 attempts was literally working greatly under Cooper Rush. And matter of fact, you even said you don't care how they get to 30. You said you can pitch it to them, you can throw it to them, you can hand it off to them. I don't care how you do it, but you got to feed that backfield. And see, when you feeding that backfield, you also feeding that front 5.
Yeah, real quick. I feel like that I said it in my show that we are going to have to adapt that Cooper Rush game plan, if you want to call it that, in which we did run the ball heavily, and we had a good defense, of course, that had to be there. The only thing that I'm going to just say is that it worked because the defense was playing so well, obviously, but the ball control on the other side, we got to win in time of possession. That's what I'm thinking. And I believe if we can do that, depending on, of course, who we play, I believe we're going to be all right. What you think about that, boss? We got to win time of possession.
Yeah, but, you know, like, just to go back and forth with you a little bit, our defense was rolling, but it, you know, at the same time, the Cooper Rush was your quarterback.
Yeah. That's the
so like when you add Dak as the quarterback, you're not asking your D to have to be as good.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So the formula mixed with Dak is gonna be a higher octane, even if it's a governor style offense where you kind of, for the lack of better words, you kind of putting Dak in kind of like elite game management mode. So from a standpoint of boring ball would be your friend. Run on first down, run on second down, win on third down, run on first down, run on second down, win on third down. And you wear down on teams, and you also build the confidence of your offensive line. You also prevent TJ Watt from being able to get out the Dak You allow Steele to now bully TJ Watt, that's what you really want, because the size difference is ginormous, and you should just kind of play to that and beat them to their physical game.
Yeah, I was about to go with that. I saw on the tape last week. I looked at it, and I promise you, I looked at in particular, um, my goodness, Guyton and Thibodeau, and I was shocked what I saw. I saw that there was a whole bunch. I almost want to say almost about 90% of one-on-one with Thibodeau, and in actuality, if you really want to be truthful about it, he did pretty good. To me. Of course, there was a couple plays where he got rushed and he got a sack out of it, but he did good. I hope, now this is me now, I hope that TJ Watt does not go a whole bunch of one-on-one with him. I hope that game plan ain't there. I don't know if you done peeped out, boss. If I know you like I do, I know you.
I watched it all, man.
What are you thinking about as far as how to handle TJ Watt? Because Steele been getting lit up.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I honest to God feel like Steele can handle it.
You think so? Too big? That's what you think?
I just really looked at all the plays that TJ Watt was making on the stat sheet. It looked amazing, but when you go look at the actual play, it was more so his greatness come from his second effort. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
like he'll make a shoestring sack. It's still a sack, but he'll, and he had a lot of plays that was like, but when it show up on that sheet, his game, it's like he erupted the game. Yeah. So from the stat test, it says that Steele finna got his hands full. From the eye test, I say Steele can handle it, especially if you're running at it.
Gotcha. We almost through, y'all, man. We appreciate everybody.
Matter of fact, I got some more time. I had more time than I thought, man. We good.
Okay. Let's talk about defensively now. I believe we kind of like, let me say who I need to see step up. I'll take it from this standpoint. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe, and appreciate everybody that's popping in the chat. Listen, I believe that we are about to see Overshown really go off now. I think so. And he's been playing quite well. And I'm going to be honest with you, boss. Just from how I'm looking at it, you're going to have to. Because I don't see where the pass rush, and you don't watch more film than I am, so I'm leaning on you on this one. I don't see the pass rush. I don't see it right now. And I know we ain't seen them play, but where are we going to have to generate the pass rush from? I think it's going to come from blitz and linebackers.
And if you do blitz your linebackers, then you gonna have to, kind of time that up, and you gonna have to be very opportunistic with it. We don't have a pass rush, and I just think we got to accept it. And then sometimes lightning does strike twice. With Shaq, not Shaq. What's his name?
Lawson.
Yeah, Lawson. It can strike because he's a Marshalls. Mm-hmm. And see, like Marshall's a former greats that sometimes when you play for the right team, it'll recharge you. It'll just, recharge you back to the times of greatness. Sometimes it just in you, like, a lot of people said, let's all remember, a lot of people said Quinn was done when he came here from the Bears. Remember that?
Yeah, exactly.
And he turned all the way up in terms of sacks.
Yes, he did.
So, so it's one of those things to where we saying we don't have pass rush, but we might be talking a little bit too fast, where he might have some gas still left in the tank. But I still wouldn't expect too much from him because we don't have a rotation to keep them legs fresh.
Bingo.
We don't. And it's only so much you can ask for. And sadly, he will probably be your better pass rusher. So what we asking, to be all the way honest, then is we asking for longer coverage.
Yeah.
And so if you go ask the coverage guys to do more, then to me, you have to come into this game saying Diggs has to cover Pickens, has to, from beginning all the way to the end. Listen, because you messed up. Let's not be goofy. let's not be stupid. Because big time, I said this before the Giants game. I said you gotta go do it day one. Set the tone by putting Diggs on Neighbors. You know what we did? We went out there and we did the opposite. We put Neighbors on Booth, and play one. They did him with a double move, bop, 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 and broke his ankle, didn't it? Didn't it? And then what? Then what shut all that down? What shut it down?
You made the main travel with him.
They made him travel with him. They made the adjustment. So let's not be goofy. I know I'm getting excited, but I'm being all the way honest, man. Let's not be cute. This is not that hard. Why are we trying to trust? We don't have Bland back, so you know what to do. You know your guys will have to cover longer because you don't have Michael Parsons. You don't have Tank. So that says you got to have Diggs cover this guy everywhere. If he go to the bathroom, you going with him, Diggs. If he go to the moon, you go get on the next rocket. It's just what it is. So and I don't want to see Zimmer get cute, because you did get cute, and we all know Pickens is not Neighbors.
No.
So
not even the same ball.
If Diggs held Neighbors, he will hold Pickens.
Exactly. And let's not act like, I'm sorry, I got to believe this is a $5 super chat from the wordologist. Says the injuries could be a blessing. Maybe these young guys will play more disciplined football, stay in their lanes versus hero ball from Tank and Michael. We appreciate you popping in on, I believe you coming in from wordologist. Boss, forgive me, but let me compliment somebody who I just saw in. Lose Tate. Brother, man, look, I watched you and Boss the other day. You don't know me, and I just met you through Boss right then. Man, you are outstanding, brother, man. I'm really impressed. Hope that you and I can connect, and then we can do something together as well. Or I just like to just talk to you on the phone, man. Just you're a brilliant mind, man, and we need you in there, man. You were awesome last week. I'm glad Boss spotted that shot, put that spotlight on you, man. You were awesome. So just want to throw that in. I agree with you, Boss. Sometimes you just got to do the obvious thing. I don't know why Zimmer tried to go the opposite direction, trying to be the smartest man in the room, when sometimes the obvious thing, you just need to do it. And so I believe you 100% on that. And let's just be honest, y'all. Let me be honest. I look, I'm not scared of Justin Fields. I know he can run. I get that. But you want to make him pass the ball, y'all. You want to. He ain't that great. I'm sorry. Y'all don't care nothing about that. All we got to do is try to contain him, bust him in his chop, make him pay the price like we did a couple years ago. Was that last year when we played them and we beat them up real bad? Just hit the man. That's what I want to see. So I'm not worried about that at all. Let me ask you this, Boss. Our second corner, who's starting? And this is where the rubber might meet the road here on this one. Is Carson ready to go? And if he is, you put him out there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but corner 2, it's up for a debate right now. I mean, you had a guy come up and play pretty well.
Yeah.
And Carson had the shoulder issue.
Yeah. Is he ready? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, sometimes people come out of nowhere, right? So, maybe I forgot that guy's name, and I even forgot his number now.
All I remember, he's from Penn State. That's
he played well though. Played well, man. He rose up to a big moment. So, and sometimes you develop more confidence the next time around. So it's one of those things to where it's we go see, because the thing I do know about Carson though, Carson has shown his willingness to tackle. Now, he wasn't holding contained well at all versus the Saints, but he stepped it up. He stepped it up big time. He was probably one of your better tacklers versus the Ravens. So he held containment well. Now everybody remember he missed that tackle that
that one tackle he broke off and killed.
Yeah, that one tackle.
One tackle. Yeah.
But other than that dude was brave.
Yes.
So I'm not even just at a panic yet on corner, because Bland should be coming back now. Like so we got kind of like one more week of this.
Yeah.
And outside of Pickens, they really ain't too scary. Now they can get scary on occasion, and they can make a big play on you. But it's corner two just got to step up. It's just go be what it is. And I will say this though, Fields really does a good job of getting going with Pickens, and I don't really see the chemistry with nobody else.
What about the tight end? I think he's decent with his tight end.
I think we match up well with him. I'm not worried about tight end at all. They not gonna win this game because no tight end. And that's why I said you only need about 21 points. Like, I was hearing the record. I was hearing how they was marketing it.
Yeah.
And Bishop, they was marketing it. Oh, 3-0, 3-1. Oh, they scary. Oh.
Yeah.
Man, I went and looked at the games. Man, it was hard to stay awake. Like, you saw, just clean, good, smart football.
Yeah.
But it's nobody over there dangerous.
AFC North type football. Grind it out, not explosive or not. Well, Pickens is explosive, but it happened rarely. You know what I'm saying?
They set it up well. They set it up well. They really run the ball, and they go draw you up and try to get behind you, and he make those big plays. Especially if you kind of anyway scared, he going right at you. But he got Diggs messed up.
Yeah.
But that's where we're vulnerable though. We could get banged on corner two. We could get a big play on us from corner two.
Yeah. Let me shift back because I totally forgot. I wanted to ask you about our running backs. I think the transition has already been made. Obviously, that Rico is the guy. Even though we don't have a lot of carries for him, there's really not a lot of carries for anybody. I just want to see how many carries. Since I'm in full agreement with you, and I said it on my show, that I believe that if it was any game that we need to establish the running game, it has to be this game here. But I want to know what kind of carries, how many carries should Rico have this game? We know he's gonna split it. He's the most complete back as of now. I'm not trying to diminish all you Zeke fans. I'm not trying to do that. But you see what it is. I'm saying he needs to have the most carries. How many you think you need to have, boss?
He gonna need about 12, 13.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be all the way honest with you.
Zeke time?
No, it's.
I want to throw a monkey wrench at it. What about Luepke, man?
As what?
No, not the lead. No, not the lead. Don't no. I ain't no crazy Cowboys fan now. I'm thinking that he need to touch the ball at least 4 to 5 times.
I think they are wasting the hell out of Hunter in a lot
of ways. As far as what?
The best asset for Hunter Luepke is if they put his ass in the fullback and let him lead block.
Okay.
If people go look at the Buffalo game from last year, you'll see a clinic that boy put on when it came to lead blocking and knocking linebackers out the hole, man.
Yes, sir.
Like it was almost guaranteed you was gonna get 4 or 5 per just with him being in front.
Yeah.
And I think we liking the sexy part about that. And we liking the sexy part that he can run the ball and he has good. I was telling people last year that his short yardage conversion rate was even better than Zeke.
Yeah.
Last year. Until he fumbled against the Dolphins. But that's, to me, they wasted him. And I think if you put him as a fullback, man, and let him lead block, I think it would also give you other opportunities with him and mix it up with him because you don't really know what he's doing on the field. He becomes kind of like that that handy knife, that where when he on the field, you don't know if he coming to lead block, you don't know if he coming to catch, you don't know if he coming to run the rock, like that. But they not showing enough of that, and that's Mike McCarthy fault. That's Mike McCarthy fault. Where like you talked about the 30 attempts, you talked about physicality, you talked about play style, but you finesse.
Yes, always have been. You know that's it.
And so when you talk about the backfield, the other thing that I'm gonna go ahead and say it now is most people not talking about this. We are walking in faith right now. We are walking in faith, but we definitely not using our sight.
Yeah.
This is what I mean by that is Rico has never got through a season healthy.
No. Yeah.
Rico has never got through a season healthy since South Carolina. I'm talking about never.
Yeah.
But yet we are like head first, literally driving the Rico train to 13 carries a game. If you see Tyron Smith always get hurt, what you think gonna happen?
Yeah. Common sense.
So and it's one of those things to where I think they ramping up Rico a little bit too fast. It's too fast because you go crash the car.
Yeah.
You go crash the car. And that's, am I hoping that? No. Absolutely not. But I'm using my common sense. It's like, nah, man, y'all really kind of driving that car a little bit too fast based on his Carfax.
Okay. Yeah.
His Carfax say he go crash. So, and so I'm letting everybody know right now, if history is past its prologue, right? Because I really strongly believe in that. I really believe that you get a strong indication of what's going to happen into the future by looking in the past. That's what past its prologue means. If past is prologue, y'all finna see Zeke.
Yeah.
I'm telling you before it happened. I done said it 4 times.
Yeah.
I said it 4 times. You getting ready to see Zeke, and then it's gonna end up being good.
Yeah. So are you wanting to see, because I want to, are you wanting to see the whole everybody get some of this action on Sunday? And I'm including Deuce. Are we wanting to see everybody? Because like you said, Rico is injury prone. That's just the bottom line. That's just the truth. We know what Zeke is. I almost want to say, Boss, at this point in his career, he's injury prone too.
Zeke?
I know what he did last year, but I'm saying he is not.
I think Zeke is not injury prone.
Not, you don't think so? I
at
know
all.
Last year. I'm saying he got it because.
No, let's call it what it is.
Okay.
His injuries was freakish.
Yeah. That knee injury he had before he left Dallas.
And see, he got hit right on that knee the first time. The second time, he jumped over somebody versus Detroit and hyperextended it. Yeah. That was just it's like somebody cut blocking you. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like
it was straight on the knee.
It was timing. It was like, nah, I don't see injury even close. I see some of the best durability in a while. I see Frank Gorish type durability. See, like the type of durability that even when you playing on a bum knee, you still playing.
Yeah. He ain't gonna quit now. He's a warrior now. Ain't no question about that. So are you wanting to see everybody play?
No.
As far as running back, are you rolling with Rico, Zeke?
Yeah, we all divided on this. A lot of people disagree, but I feel like we're in a crisis, and I think we're managing it wrong. I think we have a defensive crisis. Sam Williams out, Micah out, Tank out, Bland out. Man, come on, that's a lot of starters.
Yeah,
so
that's production.
That's a lot of production.
It's a lot of production. Yeah.
And then mix in the fact that you got 3 top defensive ends out. Add on top of that depletes your depth. Add on top of that, it doesn't take long to tire out your existing lean guys that's left. So in this crisis, you have to manage it in a way, in my opinion, if you Mike McCarthy, to try to really play time of possession football. You got to play 4-minute football for the whole game.
Yes.
And because you're trying to rest those guys, keep them fresh, but yet maintain your drives, right? You're trying to have long drives and close those drives out with points, like preferably 6, So if you're not protecting that D, you got to look at, okay, what's the best group to do that? You go trust Lil Deuce? You go trust Lil Deuce? If you're trying to run a 4-minute offense for the whole game because you're trying to rest that D, why are we even looking at Deuce? Like, I understood Deuce before all these injuries broke out, because I was of the opinion. Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good super chat. He said coaches earn their dollars when a team have injuries and still win. Big Mike can save his job this next year. Yep. And Secret Swim Time, man, that's a good super chat.
Great one. That's a
good super chat.
That's a whole show by itself.
But I'll say this. So I was with Deuce when we didn't have these injuries break out. Because I was like, all right, let him develop. Let it, because he might get going. You know what I mean? He might, the league, it might slow down to him. Just like we remember when Zeke first got out there, he wasn't really running the ball into Chicago. Remember, it took him to game 4 to where he got in rhythm, and then he went crazy. But his first 3 games, he got benched. People forgot he got benched versus Washington. People forgot that as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? And he was sharing it with what's his name? Morris,
yeah, Alvin Morris.
Yeah, so it's so they got to, so that means Deuce out. They should be, in my opinion, bringing up Cook. That's what they should be doing right now. You should get you a physical backfield and a mass backfield as much as possible. Take away some of that explosion with Deuce, because you running a 4-minute offense if you smart.
I hadn't asked you this, and I may have not seen it on your show because I'm quite sure you done covered it, but just from for those that did not hear you, why is Cook not called up yet?
I have no idea. I always felt like he was intelligent Rico insurance.
Okay.
I think he Rico insurance. And now the problem is, he said they said he wasn't at practice today and he was sick. Yeah. And they was making it sound like he basically kind of growing frustrated
that he ain't playing. Yeah.
So, and let's be all the way honest, man. Y'all know I've been preaching on this bastards versus sons stuff
forever.
Yes, sir. So this him being all of a sudden not here is an indication that it's guys that come over here with names and then you treat it like nobody. Yeah. Like a nobody, is maybe it's something, maybe it's nothing.
I called it loyalty, boss, that they're loyal to their guys. That's what I called it. And if you count from the outside, for some reason they're gonna roll with the ones that they had, or they're loyal to a contract or whatever the case may be. I don't see why, unless this dude don't have nothing in the tank. That's the only explanation I can have, and I think he got something in the tank. I'm
gonna be all the way honest. I didn't like what I saw with Cook last year, but at this point, I would still give him a shot, because it's like you've been sitting in our camp, basically, working with our trainers, working with people that know how to get you in the right condition to play. And at this point, your legs would be extremely fresh compared to everybody else. So where I'm pretty sure all the other backs got a bunch of nicks, on them right now, and it's gonna start adding up. Yeah. So, but this that our guy stuff, man, and it's that backwards stuff that we do. That because we drafted you, we just ain't gonna give up on you. It goes back to what Will McClay said: if we pick them, we gotta play them, and that's what we looking at. And so for everybody that wanted people like Adams, you ain't finna get Adams. You gonna get Flournoy. For people that want to see Cooks, you ain't gonna see Cooks. You go see dudes. You go see the red shirts, because they are super dead set on development. Because they think about it, like they did it with Jason Peters. Jason Peters, we all knew he was better than ball coming off the street. But who did they put out there versus the Texans?
Oh,
They put Ball out there till he almost got Dak sacked, and then who they threw out there on emergency? Peters.
Yep.
So they be knowing that these free agents are already better with these young guys, but what they be doing is they be trying to get these young guys a chance to go ahead and come on up. Because if they do, it's gonna save them some money. They don't want to spend no free agent money.
Exactly. It's sad, man. It's sad. But
yeah, and they stubborn with it too. It's just stubbornness. It's stubbornness in trying to team build one way.
Yeah.
And see, it's like I don't mind you getting them. The problem I always hate about our front office and the Cowboys, you get them, but then y'all be putting y'all fingers and thumb on the scale when they hear.
Yeah.
I would want you to let it play out. Let the competition decide. Like they always trying to kind of force it.
Politics. That's where the political stuff come in. I've always said this, boss, especially over the last few years. I've said that we're in a position as a team, because the roster has been real good, that we would have to win in spite of front office non-moves, bad coaching. We had enough talent to override that in a few games that did happen. My question has always been, and we are here now, but we've been pretty blessed over the last few years as far as injury goes. We ain't been like this in a while, you know what I'm saying? Well, all this production is gone. My question is it's really not a question, but my observance is the unwillingness to adjust when the talent level can't really get it done like we have in the previous years. And so that's why I'm like some of the people in the chat, like, why isn't Cook in uniform? It just does not make any sense to just go get him and keep him on the practice squad. It just does not make sense, especially when you know that you're going to have to involve this running game. You're going to have to slow the game down a little bit to protect your defense. That's what we're going to have to do for the next few weeks if we're really talking about winning. Boss said it earlier. When we started talking about our defensive line, where's the depth now? I mean, we if you're gonna put some people, we're almost gonna be like last year. You're gonna have some guys that don't need to be on the defensive line. We can't afford another injury, or we're gonna have Leofow playing defensive line. He's too small. It's almost kind of like Bell last year. You're out of position. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't make any sense. You need to load up and get as many weapons as you can offensively to try to help out your defense on there. But here's my question about, after all what we done said, and it seemed like common sense to me that we ought to be running the ball. Why am I getting this major feeling that we ain't gonna run the ball? I don't feel it.
I mean, because history says we not. 25 attempts week 1, 21 attempts week 2, week 3, 16, week 4, 23. I said past this prologue. You can get an indication of what's going to happen in the future by looking in the past. If you look in the past, your gut feeling is likely true. You know, because that's what the recent history is clearly saying. So now, one thing that is positive, as I was watching them and watching their games, they are very subject, though, in the middle of the field. Like, you can throw on these guys.
Yeah.
You can throw on these guys, and that might be the opportunity for us. Just honestly, now, I would want us to still stubbornly try to get to our 30 attempts and touches with the running back. I'm like Mike McCarthy. They don't necessarily have to be 30 rushing. I want the 30 touches. I want 30 touches coming out your backfield. It's one of those things to where, I think we all need to talk about it more, because I'm listening to a lot of people, and it's running the ball is not discussed. You hear more, we need motion.
You hear, we need motion and disguise, misdirection. I've heard that, misdirection.
It is true. Okay. Like I'm with it.
They want the pretty stuff without the basic fundamentals. That's what I like to say. We're not even really attempting to run the ball.
Yeah,
you can't get to point C without taking care of point A first. You see what I'm saying? You got to run the ball. Keep teams out. What in the world? Put it this way, and boss, help me. I'm sorry, but maybe I'm a little bit too old now. I don't know. Why are we doing all this play action faking when you ain't got to run the game established? You ain't got to run the game. Ain't nobody biting it. Why are we doing it?
So check this out. Miss Jackie said she
What's
said
Miss Jackie?
We don't have rushing success, or we don't have blocking success. I can't see it done left.
Let me get it out.
Yeah.
There you go.
You see it?
I'm going back now. Miss Jackie, forgive me. I'm trying to get back to your comment there. What she say? We don't have. Okay, I don't see it. I know it's in here somewhere. Keep talking about.
The issue is the running backs and that offensive line can't get going with the few attempts. And there you go. Our O-line can't block consistent. And Mike McCarthy talked about it. He said that you don't want your offensive line on their heels.
Yeah.
But that's what he's doing. So it's like everybody know Tyler Guyton is a rookie. Everybody know BB is a rookie.
Yeah.
You said yourself you don't want them on their heels.
No.
So, Mike McCarthy, why are you putting those young guys on their heels? What was BB known for?
Mauling people,
dirting people. So why do you make him dance?
Yeah.
Like Louis takes, I always say the three guards.
Yeah, he said that last week. I love that, Louis.
But if we plan to the three guard strength,
guards go maul people.
They go maul people, man. That's what they do. So where he talking about the three guards is you was also having, and he proved this by the film. We had a good discussion on this. The issue with Cooper BB and Tyler Guyton was their inability to feel the stunts and pick up the stunts, and the fact that teams are targeting them for stunts based on trying to attack us with our pass pro.
Yeah.
But that's because you throwing the ball so much, Mike.
You ain't calling running plays.
You ain't calling no running plays.
You ain't calling it. I mean,
and are we saying be the Ravens? No. Are we saying be Pittsburgh? No.
We ain't built like that.
We saying be San Fran.
Yeah.
So for everybody that we just love, I mean, I swear to God, we just love the Shanahan tree. We love the Shanahan offense. And everybody we talk about motion, but it's like, go listen to Shanahan. Go really listen to him. The real key to Shanahan is physicality. Yeah. That's also why he said him and the Rams. The Rams do this too. Yeah. They say they always trying to get to that magic number of 30.
30 attempts. Okay.
Even if it's not working. This is what people don't get. They'll say, but look at the average. The average is down. But the physicality is up.
It's crazy.
See, that's what people not counting is that we keep hitting you in your mouth.
Consistently.
Trying
to knock your teeth down your throat. That's the bottom line.
It's making sure my team has a play style.
Yeah. It's crazy, boss. So in other words, what we really saying in one word is play calling. It goes back to Mike McCarthy, y'all.
Play calling and identity. It's no identity.
There you go. No identity.
It's no identity.
Yeah.
Like you talked about play style. You talked about we want to have a play style. Can somebody tell me our offensive play style? What is it? Like I'm dead ass. Excuse me for cursing.
No, you good. I know what it is.
No. I want to ask the chat.
Go ahead.
What's our play style?
Everybody type it in.
Type in what's our play style.
This ought to be very interesting.
I want to see this.
Mine is wrapped up in one word. I ain't gonna say it. I want to see what they start saying.
Yeah, I want to see it. I'm waiting.
Come on, y'all. We waiting on y'all now. Oh, I see something. William Kill. He says, okay.
What's our play style? I'm waiting on somebody to answer. See, the fact that people not even saying it.
Good Lord, look at this.
See, But watch this. If I say, what's the Ravens play style?
Yeah, you already know what time it is.
You know what it is.
Smash mouth
Physical
in your
smash
mouth.
mouth. They gonna run the ball. Okay, what's San Fran's play style?
Smash. Well, they can go either way, but it's more smash mouth. They physical. They're physical. Bottom line.
See, I was waiting to see what they said. Somebody say stale toast. I was gonna say what Lou said. Finesse.
Finesse. That's what I was saying. It's finesse.
Yep. Yeah. Finesse. That's our play style. Finesse.
Yeah.
So no identity and finesse.
And the biggest word, no identity and finesse, which equals no physicality.
Yeah.
That's what it means. And because of the schedule, ladies and gentlemen, you look right after this, here come the Detroit Lions. You just heard Boss call out some names. If we say what is Detroit style, physical. See what I'm saying? Here come the bye week. Then the 49ers. What is their play style? Physical. See what I'm saying? You got the Texans on there. Physical.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? Atlanta, they almost kind of look like us. You know, a little finesse, little cute stuff and all that type of stuff. But at least they run the ball. They got a running back that they got to get a ball to.
When was the last time we've seen Taylor Smith pancake somebody?
You ain't gonna see him. Nobody's scaring nobody as long as he doing the moonwalk. So I'm gonna doing the moonwalk. So everybody, all the linemen doing the moonwalk, like Michael Jackson. As soon as he hiked the ball, everybody going backwards.
Tyler Smith is built to get you 2 pancakes a game.
He guaranteed to push a man at least 2-3 yards back.
The OC said something about him. He said, man, he got back cracking strength. See, boys better hear that. Like, he got that type of strength that'll crack a grown man back in half.
Yeah. Physically just assault you with vicious venom.
And that's the saddest part about this, Bishop. The saddest part is that we are built to be physical and finesse.
Hey, we got these guys.
Really look at how we're built. We have a dirt center.
Yeah.
Who known for dirtying. Okay.
Yeah.
You got Zach Martin.
Hall of Fame.
You got Steele.
Known for Hall of Fame Martin. Known for just beating up people.
You got Steele. When you get him going, he the best one.
The meanest one almost.
Man.
Go ahead.
And Tyler Smith
is just an assault weapon.
Those 4, in terms of running the ball, if you really got them going and they got in rhythm, and then put Zeke behind that with Hunter Luepke as a lead.
Physical.
Man, we are built to bully and we go out and tickle.
Yeah. But
we're true life built to bully.
And if you look at the tape, y'all, let me throw in Guyton. Because if you look at his tape, he done put some people down too. He ain't as finesse as a lot of y'all think he is. He got some punch to him. He really do. So Boss is absolutely right. Hey, shoot, y'all Cowboy fans, y'all know that what we build for, man. I don't understand why we running a pinball machine, Madden 25, Houston Oilers, Warren Moon type offense. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And all we doing is, and maybe it's a mentality, Boss. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they feel like, and this is where the problem starts. Maybe they feel like, look, we got an all-pro quarterback. We got an all-pro wide receiver. We got a Pro Bowl tight end. This is the best way we're going to be able to move the ball. And they playing like it. He's calling plays like that. And what we're saying is the mentality is way off. It's way off. And you know it is because the Boss done showed you the difference in the plays as far as passing and rushing is so unbalanced, man.
It's unbalanced.
It's way unbalanced. Yeah. So I believe that's the mentality. They saying we're gonna ride on Dak on. And that ain't the way to win. I mean, I give Dak 1,000% credit. We got to run, man. You can't have these guys, and I'm not trying to be funny, what I was at the time. You can't have these guys backing up, moonwalking on every play. Third, what happened last week, Bob? So what, 2nd and 2 or 3rd and 2? And we in the shotgun and passing. Good Lord.
I got a theory.
Go ahead.
I can't prove it. So if anybody
the tape prove it, boss. The tape prove it. Yo, there ain't no theory. The tape show.
What I'm finna say, you gonna know it's a theory when I say it.
Okay, go ahead.
I think Stephen Jones and Jerry are dictating what they want to see. And it's a history of that. It was a clear push for Michael Gallup the first part of last year. And Mike McCarthy executed that. It was a clear de-escalation of Amari Cooper.
There ain't no doubt about that one.
It was clear that they intentionally did not target him. The same amount of targets to your number one as your tight end. And your number two at the time, CeeDee Lamb, had way more targets. That's by intention.
Yes.
So when I look at the history and I look at the fact that you can see the meddling hands of front office on offense, it's almost like the meddling hands of front office is saying this: we paid Dak and CD, therefore we go put the pressure on them to win these games. Hence this heavy pass offense.
All right, let me add to it, and this may not be as severe. Boss, who is are you still rolling saying Zeke is our best running back?
Best is relative. So it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to establish a physical presence, he's absolutely the best.
Okay.
If you're trying to get some explosion, he's not the best. Rico has more explosion in him, and okay. If Rico hits a seam, he likely could hit it faster than Zeke at this point. But if you want like a consistent, like gut punch type of running back that'll really wear down your defense, ain't nobody on the team better than Zeke. That's also ain't nobody better than Zeke at lead blocking. Ain't nobody, better than Zeke at making people miss. None of the backs got better vision than Zeke. So in most of the categories, he's absolutely the best back.
Okay, let me say this. I'm gonna add to your theory. Then since you said that, then if he's the best and he does lead in those categories, then he should be starting games off and, getting some type of rhythm. But I don't have the sport track in front of me. But Zeke signed a deal to come back to Dallas with a whole bunch of incentives that if he meets certain marks, he gets paid certain dollars. Here's my addition to the theory. Maybe now we understand why Zeke really is playing almost a number 2 type running back. Hello.
Yeah, and Rico does have explosion. I really don't care who start the game. It just really depends on
what your carries.
But it also just depends on what's your goal. Like if your goal is to punch teams in the mouth, then you should start it with a puncher.
Exactly.
And see, I always felt like Thunder worked better
than Lightning.
I mean, Lightning worked better when you lead it with Thunder.
There you go.
Like when you pounded somebody, then all of a sudden a change of speed hit that defense. It's like their legs not ready for it. That's why usually the number 2 running back usually averages more than the feature running back.
Yes, that's Pollard and Zeke.
Zeke, and there's a long history. Jones and just a lot of those. It's just like that. Murray, McFadden, all of them. It's like the averages say that when you lead it off with Thunder, you get better lightning.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if we go start the game off with Rico, I'm cool with that. It's just one of those things to where, okay, if y'all finna treat him like RB1 and make sure he getting the most cracks at it, Yeah, I'm cool. Like go ahead and do it as long as he's doing what he was doing lately. Like the way that he was running the ball versus the Giants, nobody can really have no problem with him. Like he did a good job versus the Giants. Him and Zeke did. I just want to see them more. I want to see both of the running backs more. I really don't care how they do it. I want to see some creativity with Deuce. Like, I don't want to see you kind of using Deuce to where you just basically have him, running, off guard. Like, what are you doing to get that and let you do it in space? Like, and not doing goofy stuff like splitting them out. Like, so it's things that y'all should be doing if you go use Deuce that they not doing. So, and then if you go run the ball with them, it's like if Deuce don't show no electricity, then go to physicality, man. We gave it a try. You know what I mean? It's and let's just move on to what this team need right now. You need guys that when they hit you, you go fall backwards. That's what you need right now. Because we might need a 3rd and an inch. You can't trust Deuce on a 3rd and an inch.
No.
You can't. Deuce is go get hit and stop. You need somebody that's go hit and go forward. What you gotta have that right now. Like everybody want them sexy runs. They want them pilot runs. But what you really want and should want is them nasty, ugly 4-yard runs.
You need a hammer. Bottom line, you need a hammer. And now,
hammer all day.
Yeah, but again, we have it, but you don't use it because you're not even calling the plays. So Mike McCarthy is on watch. We on watch. Listen, we don't want to hold y'all guys up. Know it's late for some of y'all. Some of y'all been working. Me and Boss just popped on, y'all. We ain't got no notes. We just talking ball. But if you've been with us before, this is usually how it go with me and Boss whenever we hook up. It ain't no note. We just vibe on this type of thing. So, Boss, I don't know if you're done or not, but I'm going to get you off.
Yeah, we'll get up out of here, man. So I appreciate y'all rocking with us today. I do feel good about the Pittsburgh game. We are way more talented than them. The only way we should lose this game if we beat ourselves.
Let me do one more thing, Boss, because I'm interested because I'm a member of the Boss Cowboy family as well. So I wasn't able to catch them last night on the final word. But since all of y'all here, let me see where y'all head at. I know we got a lot of injuries and all that, but let's see where you're at, Cowboy Nation. Put the score in real quick. Put the score in real quick. Let me see where y'all at and put the team name who you think gonna win. Go ahead and just put it in real quick so I can just get a vibe. I think that would be interesting. Ice Cold Cowboy says we got it Sunday. I'll take that. You ain't got to put a score in. You say we're going to win. Come on now. I'm looking for you. I know you coming. I know I can feel y'all typing. And everybody hit that like button while you're at it too. If you're on YouTube, double tap that screen. If you're on Facebook, hit that like button. Go ahead and hit it. Robert King, 2017 Dallas. I see you. And Logan say Pittsburgh gonna win. I see you. I got you. At least you're honest. I got 24-17 Cowboys, 23-16. 2 touchdowns, 31. Somebody said 31-13 Dallas.
I can see that.
Okay, you see that one get bro?
Yeah, I like the 27-19. I like all of them. I feel like it just get over 21 points. You gonna beat these dudes.
Wow. Y'all can, for those that are watching this a little later on, make sure you put that score in so me and Boss can see it. My goodness, y'all thinking a blowout. A lot of y'all thinking a blowout. My goodness. Angry Cowboy fan. We got a lot of brothers in here, Boss. We got another great content creators in. Appreciate all the content creators coming in. Listen, me and Boss ready to get out. Boss, you know I love you, brother, with all my heart. You know you my guy. And we'll do it again, man. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see y'all later. Hey, go Cowboys. Tune in for Boss. I'm quite sure you got something coming for you probably this week. I'll be with you on Saturday at 3 o'clock. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, this had a big time show in, y'all. This has been Boss Cowboy and the one and only, the Big Time Show. Put your hands together. We out.